Step into the world of arm wrestling, and you will inevitably hear the name John Brzenk. He is the undisputed champion of the sport, a living legend who has redefined arm wrestling and inspired a generation of athletes. This video is going to be all about this legend, where we bring to his fans the best moments from John Brzenk's career. Do you know which matches made John Brzenk the legend he is? Join us as we delve into the life and legacy of John Brzenk, the father of every arm wrestler. With a career spanning over 3 decades, Brzenk has set numerous records and won countless championships, earning him the title of the greatest arm wrestler of all time in the Guinness Book of World Records. But Brzenk's influence extends far beyond his impressive achievement. He is not just a mentor, but a maven of arm wrestling, a true pathfinder who has paved the way for a legion of enthusiasts to grasp their passion and shatter the boundaries of what can be achieved. Brzenk's commitment to his craft is admirable. He was not afraid to travel all over the world and face the very best arm wrestlers. He faced Kanoha in Japan, Zauer in the Soviet Union, Karim Yawahat Gershayani in Russia, Denis Pushkar and Ferret in Poland, Taras and Samarenko in Ukraine, and many others. Brzenk was not the type of athlete who hid in his comfort zone, waiting for offers under his conditions and declining the tough ones. If you challenged him, he would be there, as long as the offer was worth the trip. Here are the 5 best moments of the legend's career. In the final match of the WAL 2015 Heavyweight Division, John Brzenk went up against Marcio Barbosa. The stage was set at the Mirage Resort and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada, for an epic showdown between 2 giants of the sport. Brzenk was looking to add yet another title to his already impressive list of accolades, while Barbosa was determined to make a name for himself by taking down the legendary arm wrestler. As the match began, it was clear that Brzenk was in complete control. His twisting hand technique looked unstoppable, and he was able to easily overpower Barbosa. However, things were not as easy for Brzenk in the first round of his match. It was a grueling war, but Brzenk managed to come out on top and secure his spot in the final. As the match between Brzenk and Barbosa continued, the tension in the air was palpable. Barbosa was putting up a good fight, but it was clear that Brzenk was the better wrestler. And when the final whistle blew, it was Brzenk who emerged victorious, taking home the $20,000 prize and securing his place as one of the greatest arm wrestlers of all time. Reflecting on his incredible career, Brzenk acknowledged that this tournament was right up there with his victory in the classic arm wrestling movie, Over the Top. And when asked about his legacy, Brzenk humbly credited his success to his experience, adding that he was just happy to still be here. It was a truly inspirational moment as the crowd rose to their feet to honor this true champion of the sport. John Brzenk vs. Denis Seplenkov, Nemiroff 2008. In the final match of the Nemiroff World Cup 2008 Arm Wrestling Championship, John Brzenk faced off against Denis Seplenkov in a gripping battle in Poland. The match began with both competitors locking up and trying to gain the upper hand. Brzenk, known for his immense strength and technique, managed to hold off Seplenkov's advances and put pressure on him. However, Seplenkov, who was also a formidable arm wrestler, showed incredible resilience and fought back, pushing John to the edge. The match continued with both athletes exchanging blows and trying to gain an advantage. Brzenk's experience and technical expertise proved to be a formidable weapon as he managed to outsmart Seplenkov at every turn. However, Seplenkov refused to give up and continued to push Brzenk to his limits. As the match reached its climax, Brzenk managed to gain the upper hand and pinned Seplenkov's arm down to take the victory. The crowd erupted into cheers as Brzenk raised his arm in triumph, cementing his status as one of the greatest arm wrestlers of all time. In John Brzenk vs. Devin Larret 2015, Devin had a strategy to use his speed and counter moves to beat the experienced John Brzenk. Devin was looking for a strike and received a foul, but it was part of his plan to anchor the strap lower on his arm to put the brakes on John more easily. The match went on with both wrestlers trying to gain the upper hand. John was trying to keep rising pressure open to the hand address of Devin, who was in a fabulous position. Even if Devin could finish, he knew he would just wait it out and try to burn John. John was in a fantastic position, pressing up and trying to apply pressure to the handle rest of Devin, but Devin knew he was in control and bruising conceived. The audience cheered as Devin executed his strategy to perfection, and John conceded as soon as he felt his hand and wrist compromised. The experience of John was evident as he quickly changed his strategy and style, knowing he needs to win quickly. He learned from his first experience with Devin and didn't allow the Canadian to slip and make the strap. The score was now even at 1-1 as the best 2 out of 3 right-handed heavyweight semifinals continued. John worked to put pressure on Devin, and his credential was underlined when he won the second round in just 1 second. It was clear that John was improving his legacy, which had no equal. The match was intense, and Devin's peak heart rate of 228 and his peak G-force of 1.17 equivalent to a Bugatti, going from 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds, showed just how much both wrestlers gave it their all. In the end, John emerged as the winner and the audience cheered him on. John Brzenk versus Michael Todd UAL 8. The match between John Brzenk and Michael Todd at UAL 8 in 2014 was highly anticipated by arm wrestling fans. The match took place on May 28, 2011 in Las Vegas, Nevada, and was a best-of-5 series. Brzenk, who was in his late 40s at the time, was considered by many to be past his prime, while Todd was a rising star in the sport and had been on a winning streak. The two competitors approached the table, and the referee signaled for them to grip up. Todd immediately took control, driving Brzenk's hand and wrist back towards his own side of the table. Brzenk fought back, using his immense strength to stabilize his position and prevent Todd from finishing the match. The two men battled back and forth for several minutes, with neither able to gain a decisive advantage. Todd continued to press forward, but Brzenk refused to give in, using his experience and skill to stay in the match. Todd won the first 2 rounds, putting Brzenk in a difficult position, but Brzenk came back strong and won the next 2 rounds, tying the series. Finally, after a grueling struggle, Brzenk was able to break Todd's grip and gain control. With Todd's hand and wrist locked in his grasp, Brzenk powered his way to victory, slamming Todd's arm down onto the pad. In the 5th and final round, the two men battled it out, with Todd gaining the upper hand and forcing Brzenk's hand to the pad, winning the match and the series 3-2. The crowd erupted in cheers as Brzenk celebrated his hard-fought victory. It was a testament to his enduring skill and determination, and a reminder of why he was considered one of the greatest arm wrestlers of all time. It is essential to recognize that being the best and being the most popular are two different things. Brzenk's achievement is truly remarkable, and his legacy in the sport of arm wrestling will never be forgotten.